Hey kids, here we are at the Ann Arbor VFW Pinball Museum for another episode of Flying Games I Should Have Never Bought! We're talking about the 1971 Midway Stunt Pilot. Now, this is a fairly common EM arcade game, but it is a really challenging game to play. And it's a lot of fun. It's a well-done game. I recommend people that want to get into EM arcade games, this is a great entry-level game because it's not really that expensive and it's fairly easy to find. So the whole point behind this is to get your plane, which runs in a circle, through the arch, under the bridge, over the mountain, and then through the hangar. And the hangar, if you look, says Hanks Slam Bang Airline. Ooh, whoa, that's kind of cool. We have a jet for an airplane. It should be a biplane. But somebody changed ours to a jet. I don't really know why. But it works, and I didn't want to try and hack something else in there. Here's the back of the game. There's not a ton of relays, but there are control boards. And the control boards have to work. In particular, the motor speed control module has to work or this game is useless. This is the sound generator. So there's a sound for the ambulance and explosions, or crashes, I should say. And then here is your actual amplifier. But this is the guy that always presents problems. And I've had a hard time repairing this in the past on several of these games. There are two black lights in here. You can see there's one here. And then down here, there is another one. You can see right there, you can see my hand. But we always add another black light.
Lost.
There is this motor running this mirror that moves up and down that makes the plane go up and down, because if you look down here, there's a motor that just moves the plane like this. You see how the plane moves directions? If it's going clockwise or counterclockwise, the plane switches directions. That is as intended, and that's why I didn't want to hack in a new plane, is because that turnaround thing was working. And then back here is the motorized score reels that's used on this game. There's really not much to be said for that system. They use it on a lot of Midway games. It's not the most fun thing to repair. So if you buy one of these, make sure the score reel motors are working. Actually, make sure all the motors are working.
My God!
You come down here. These are LED black lights. Right here is one. And then there's another one up there. You really need these. If you don't have the added black lights, you don't have good visibility in the game. It's really hard to see things. Ours is exceptional. Matter of fact, I've never seen a stunt pilot where you could see this well. Have to add those added black lights, and the LED ones are the way to go.
Shit, I better get my ass out over the ocean.
Here's another quick look inside the coin door area. Whenever you hit anything, and with the airplane, the ambulance comes out. This is motorized. And it makes like a siren, and the ambulance comes out of its little storage hut here and turns around with a siren, which is really, really cool. What they did on the inside of this game to give the illusion that you were flying over these things. You're not. Actually, the airplane is on the other side. See, you don't see any airplane inside this coin door area. That's all done through mirrors. It looks like you're flying under the arch and over the bridge and over the mountain, but in fact, they're in two separate planes. Crazy!
It's gonna jump.
I have the glass out for less reflection when we record this, and I have Wheelie Bob here. He is going to play a game of Stunt Pilot. He's going to show us how it's done. Bob's going to screw this up. Hit reset, Bob. Let's go. Bob claims that he can get all 4 targets. There's 1. Under the bridge. 2. Goes through the arch for 3. Now here's the 4th one. Is he going to get under? Holy crap. Now up the mountain? Holy shit, Bob. God, I can't believe you got all of them. Bob, is this a hard game? It's the hardest EM arcade game, and Bob is killing it. See the ambulance come out? The ambulance comes out. It's pretty cool. So there is, if he runs into the mountain, there's a light in the mountain. There's a light in the hangar. And then if you screw up the arch, 2 big red lights go off. Like right there, you see the light in the mountain? Because Bob hit the mountain. Now we'll go through, hit the arch, Bob, on purpose. Hit the arch. No, Bob wants a good game. There's the arch. See the big red lights? Whenever you screw up the arch, you get the red lights. And then there's a white light for when you screw up the hangar and the bridge and the mountain. But you get the red lights. Oh yeah, you gotta make it. No, can't make the mountain. You're doing well, Bob. That first one you did, that was great. So this is a good game for Bob. He got 290 in 120 seconds. That's a good score. That's a good score. Hardest game ever, Bob?
Hardest game ever. Practice for an hour.
That's our video on the Midway Stunt Pilot from 1971. The classic game that is very much fun. We have this at the Ann Arbor VFW Pinball Museum, and people dig this game. It really, really is a challenging game to play. Thanks!